Oregon is blessed with an abundance of rivers, lakes, and ponds, where anglers stand a good chance of catching really big fish, and where the trout fishing heritage reaches back more than a century. Hi there, I'm Grant McComey, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week we learn all about trout fishing heritage in the Oregon Cascades, particularly the high Cascade lakes, where anglers learn all about fish recovery. Come on along as we head to East Lake to see a unique project between the community and the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife that has made a trout turnaround. Early morning, when the air is cool and the light is soft, Central Oregon's East Lake is a marvel.
Osprey's working already.
I can't imagine a better way to start the day.
This is tough to beat.
Time when Mike CLEAVENGER likes to catch East Lake's famous kokanee and trout.
This is a Gibbs minnow. This imitates an injured minnow.
A time when Chris and I have our hands full.
That feels like a brown too. It is, it's taking out line. Beautiful fish.
But this gorgeous brown trout wasn't always catch of the day.
Get him back in the water real quick here. Nice fish.
CLEAVENGER says 3 years ago, the state's premier High Cascade Lake took a nosedive when invasive Tui chub took over the lake.
The chub were beating the kokanee and the trout to the food supply. More aggressive, and they're faster at feeding, and then they swarm, and they would just simply exhaust the food supply.
Back in 2006, it was a similar story at Southern Oregon's Diamond Lake, where the Tui chub invasion was so bad, prized rainbow trout didn't have a chance.
Diamond Lake at that time had an estimated 98 million chub. About 90 million of them were the real small juveniles that couldn't reproduce, but about 8 million of them were reproducible. So it really kind of threw the lake's ecosystem out of balance.
So the lake was poisoned on purpose with a chemical pesticide called rotenone. 11 boats spread hundreds of pounds in just 8 hours. The chemical killed all the aquatic life. Rainbow trout were reintroduced, and now the trout turnaround is remarkable.
Absolutely.
Diamond Lake rainbow.
It brings back a lot of folks say, boy, the fishing's like I remember it, yes.
At East Lake, fishermen and business owners worry the same thing could happen here.
It was bad enough to where individuals started trying to group together and call the state and the Fish and Wildlife Department. What can we do to bring back the fishing in East Lake?
In 2010, ODFW decided chemical treatment wasn't an option because East Lake is too deep with too many freshwater springs. So the state partnered with local sport fishing groups and businesses who purchased special nets that have been anchored around the lake to intercept the chub.
They come in at night, mainly in July, to spawn, and they hit our lead lines in the trap nets and they follow each other in, and it works great for capturing chub.
The 3-year-old effort has been remarkable.
They get in there and they can't figure out how to get out.
Biologist Jennifer Luke and Oregon State University interns Jamie Bowles and Bonnie Schwartz check the nets daily. They have removed 250,000 chub since the project began. In one day, they caught more than 2,000 pounds of chub.
Do you dream of fish faces at night?
No, but I do dream of fishing someday, and not by net.
We get to see exactly what's going on, like in real time. And just seeing that all the hard work that we're putting in is actually working, it's something you're never going to learn in the classroom.
You learn better with hands-on work. You take it in more of the experience and you take it with you throughout your life. And it's a more active form of learning than passive.
This one is almost 17 inches.
Success is also measured by the quality of the trout.
The trout are healthier. They're not snaky and skinny. They're fat, so they're getting a lot more food.
So East Lake is back.
Yes, it is. We want to keep it that way.
A unique way to bring back the good old days of trout fishing at East Lake. Both the state fishery biologists and the local community agree it's a long-term commitment to restore East Lake's trout fishing, a commitment that will take years to rid the lake of invasive tui chub. But it promises to be a tremendous fishery for trout, kokanee, and the anglers who come to visit. So be sure to check it out. We have all the details, directions, and the contact information right here on the Travel Oregon website. So until next week, do get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors. Let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.